a screen. Her smile, it shines so bright. She's a queen with every scene. In the morning or the night, recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. With every like and every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Recipes and good vibes flow. Every video a gem. Her confidence, it grows and grows. We're inspired like her friends. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong. Every share, we feel her energy. No storm too strong, she can't bear. She's setting us all free. Unstoppable Flora, she's got that power, spreading her aura, blossoming like a flower. Through the highs and all the lows, she remains so strong. Her spirit always glows. She's where we all belong.
Petals got power, Florabella stands tall. Every drip, every drop, watch the haters fall. Channel sharp as thorns, ain't taking no mess. Scroll through her feet, feel that queen's finesse. Vines tangle tight, but Flora breaks free. Roots so deep, can't mess with her tree. From the mud she rises, roses from the dirt. Every comment section she lays down hurt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. From the garden green to the concrete wall, Florabella, unstoppable nature's child. Leaves whisper secrets, she's the loudest shout. From the channel buzzing, she never backs out. Seed of strength, through seasons she grows. In the face of doubt, her spirit glows. Cameras ain't a limit, she branches out. Thorns in her crown, she wears it no doubt. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless. Flora's anthem, blooming under pressure. Resilient, resolving, no lesser. Florabella's reign strong and relentless. Beauty in battle, queen sure defenseless.
Talk to someone else, cause I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boys. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boy. No, I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to. That nigga's crazy. Hopping in bitch and I start to beat. Snakes in the grass so they harder to see. My brother would give up his life to the O. He told me he'd go be a martyr for me. Said that she ready to corner the 6. I hit up Pauline and charter the P. Ain't really leave, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm riding around in Atlanta with Sav, cause that nigga been going harder than me. Nothing to change, I'm just harder to please. Ferrari is making an SUV. We ain't got a choice, we ordering these. Shout out Noel for recording the V's. He know where this shit about to go. Cause nobody touching the flow. They say you alone at the top, but it's gotta be lonely below. You just getting ready to diss, but don't even mention a hoe. And don't even mention a foe, unless you was trying to go pro.
Whoa, I got more strikes than Adidas.
Yeah, I got the stripes you fucking bitches.
I don't chase bitches, I leave them.
Hoes screaming like I'm just
I don't get mad, I get even.
Bitch, you niggas like a pussy.
I don't get mad, I get even.
Bitch, you niggas, then you
Whoa, all that foundation she wearing, she thinks she QC. Tell her I might sneaky link you with me. You must be Coach K, cause you ain't P. I'm on the jet like my last name Lee. 2 sticks in my hand like I'm playing a Wii. G-Block babies will spank you for free. We rough niggas up, now they begging for peace.
baby.
Stepping on shit out in French on my toe. Morning I told, I'm so OVO. Halloween coming, he wanna dress up, but he don't need no costume. I'm turning on ghosts. She called me mucus, I stay in her throat. Still hit that boy, got his ass hitting notes. My niggas were mad,
So you know where this shit about to go. Cause nobody touching the flow. They say you alone at the top, but it's gotta be lonely below. You was getting ready to diss, but don't even mention a hoe. And don't even mention a foe, unless you was trying to go broke. Oh damn, man, you niggas is the worst. Savage snatch you out your crib, then drop you in a hearse. Baby, please, bring me nervous. Stop reaching in your purse. Nigga went and bought a house when he could've bought a verse. Niggas dumb as fuck. Imagine if I did that stupid shit when I was coming up. My crib feel like a hedge fund. I be in here just thumbing up. No, I'm SM1 till I'm done fucking London up. Niggas made me nauseous. I had enough of bro boys. I can't talk to 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 bro boys. All you niggas make me sick. All you niggas rapping about the bricks and the licks. Then I hear in real life you living with your bitch. I can't talk to bro boys. I can't talk to bro boys. I can't talk to bro boys. I don't want no combo. I don't got no time for niggas posting mansion, living in a condo. Y'all be make believing. I cannot relate to ya. I can't talk to bro boys. I can't talk to bro boys. I cannot believe y'all was dissing on a old boy. I can't even think of how you came up with that flow, boy. Please talk to someone else, cause I can't talk to bro boy. 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 No, no. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to
Doctor?
Please talk to someone else, cause I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boys. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to bro boy. No, no. I can't talk to bro boy. I can't talk to. That nigga's crazy. Hopping in, bitch, and I saw it to be. Snakes in the grass, so they harder to see. My brother would give up his life to the O. He told me he'd go be a martyr for me. Said that she ready to corner the 6. I hit up Pauline and charter the P. Ain't really leave, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm riding around in Atlanta with Sav, cause that nigga been going harder than me. Nothing to change, I'm just harder to please. Ferrari is making an SUV. We ain't got a choice, we ordering these. Shout out Noel for recording the V's. He know where this shit about to go.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button on your way in. I have a special guest today, my friend Sin. She's going to be here with us to have the conversation. Sin, why don't you say a little something to the Desmites tonight?
Hi, everybody. My name is Sin. I'm from Florida, and we have some very interesting relationship topics for you guys tonight. So tune in.
Yes, yes. Tune in. Okay. You guys know I don't usually do the relationship conversations because I don't want to isolate anybody by talking about love and relationships all the time. But you know what? We're gonna do it. We're gonna do something different. It's 2025. We have an interesting lineup of videos that we're gonna talk about, and we're really gonna talk about it, right? We're not just here to gaslight like the bandits do or anything like that. We're here to have the conversation. We're going to talk about relationships in the modern world. We're going to talk about Black relationships, all types of color relationships. We're going to just talk about love on the spectrum, right? The spectrum of what we're seeing today.
Right.
If you can say it any better, then feel free.
I am the single one. She says, hi, Flora and guest. I am not a dust mite.
Yes. Listen, not all of you guys are dust mites, but the dust mites will be here today. I know they will. So thank you so much, single one, for being here. Hey, Robin. She dropped the eyeballs in the chat. Hello. Welcome. Okay, we have an interesting conversation. You know, I think that myself and Sin, we both bring a very unique perspective. Okay, and I feel like you guys are going to come to love this duo. So make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you're liking the show, you're subscribing, you're sharing, everything. Do what you need to do to push us into the algorithm. Okay, so we're going to kind of start off looking at some videos and just having the basic conversation. Now, I will say, and I don't know if you agree with this, Sin, that the internet already like paints a gender war in some ways, right? Like there are videos and topics that we hear, that we see online all the time that are meant to make men and women go at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like fight and argue. Would you say you agree?
No, I agree. I totally agree with that. And there's a lot of people that's falling into that. A lot of men and women that are actually falling into, mostly men, falling into
yes, mostly men.
That's falling into the battle. Like I don't know why, but we're gonna talk about it tonight.
Yes. Thank you everyone for rolling in here. We have Miss Jalen. No Chaser is here. She says double tap the screen. Tyrese McKinney says, hello ladies, what is going on? Tyrese. Robin said, did you see how the men rated themselves on Ham's show? Girl, I don't be watching those dust mites, but what I'm gonna guess is that they overrated themselves. You know, some of these guys think just because they're 6 feet, that automatically means you're cute. You're 6 feet with a fupa.
Right. Delusional.
Right. Delusional, okay? Delulu, a little bit. So, you know, Robin, we might even go ahead and look at some of that, but I'm not gonna be too messy. I don't want to engage the bandits too much. Hey, Empress, she says good evening. Wonder why these men be so disgruntled. They are delusional. Yes, you know, I think even though I don't want to blame one gender, I do think that the men are especially delusional right now. Yeah. You know, it's hard to communicate with
right now.
Right now, you know, because throughout history, they've been a little bit more realistic. Mm-hmm. But right now, there's some crazy conversations. So let's get into the first video. Okay, now this one was made by a man on the alphabet spectrum, I'm going to say, because I don't want to use any buzzwords that's going to get us in trouble. You know? Right. We don't want to get in trouble. So we're going to watch this video of a man on the alphabet spectrum. He's going to talk about what type of hair a Black woman wears, because he's particularly talking about Black hairstyles, and what group of man that the hair attracts. Okay, these men are watching us, and they're watching us
based on our hairdos.
Yes, it's even more than that. But let's watch this one here, and you guys let me know what you think while we're watching in the chat. Okay, let me fix this so you guys can still see us while we're in here. He's not even a 7 if he passed away and came back in a different face and body. Robin, who? Robin, you guys don't remember when Fantastic was on that show and like he was talking about how women aren't checking for him because he's ugly, and he was like, I know I'm just an ugly ass nigga. I don't know what happened to that Fantastic. Now we're talking about some deaths from the sector, you know, so it's all gonna sound new to you, but there's like a space. It's like almost a community of black folks.
Okay.
And they talk about relationships and things like that. And he just happens to be a delusional character. So anyways, let's get into the video. The first one we have is black hairstyles attract certain guys in dating. So
Interesting.
let me put this video. I am the single one says, I like Anwar's coaching on women's boundaries. You know, talking about relationships from a boundary perspective, that's better. No Chaser says plural. What did I do? No Chaser. I call him a bird. Robin, you gotta stop with that, Robin.
Okay. I know exactly who's checking for you, and all I have to do is look at your hairstyle. Yeah. As a dating coach for 15 years, as someone who is your fairy godbrother and gets 3 to 4 women into relationships every week, I know I can look at a client and I can say, oh, I know who she's going to be with.
Now, I'm not trying to judge, but you can get 3 to 4 women in relationships per week. I think the longevity of those relationships is when you can start to brag about helping someone get in a relationship. But just saying you got a bunch of girlfriends, a bunch of girls to have a boyfriend,
right?
It doesn't sound
based
like
on the hairstyle,
right? Based on hairstyle alone, you know. But let's hear him out a little bit more.
So let's get into it right here and right now, girl. If you got braids, those white guys are checking for you. The Asians are checking for you. Your braids tend to skew younger. Also, the biracial and the white chocolates, they're going to be checking for you. Now, if you have any sort of color in your braids, girl, the lesbians are checking for you. Okay. Now, if you have a short afro or if you have locks, it's a little bit tricky because you're going to engage and attract 2 different kinds of guys, the white guys or the grand risers, AKA the hoteps. Okay. So figure out which one you want, girl.
No. Okay. I don't think he's lying about the hoteps.
Really?
Right, like I don't know. Do you know what a hotep is? They're like the guys who believe in that black people are Muslims and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're like those. They believe that we're the real original Jews and all that.
Okay.
So they tend to like the natural hair as well. So he's saying that the hoteps, meaning these
particular guys.
Yep. And white men, they tend to like braids. I'm going to go ahead and agree with that. Robin said, I wore a blonde afro some years back and white men constantly complimented my hair. Interesting. Interesting. I do think some white men have a fascination with natural hair.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
To some degree. I think that they like it and they're just like, oh, it's so pretty. You know?
Do you have any white guys in the comments?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We're in Blackistan right now.
Okay.
The white guys are not here.
I want to know some other, you know.
Robin, can you go wake up Josh? We need our resident white man to give us some opinions. But you know, as we start to have the conversation, where maybe they'll pop in. Tyrese,
natural hair.
He says most men prefer natural hair. Do you agree with that?
I think so.
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they just like what looks good.
Right. Whatever compliments you. Whatever compliments that particular face.
Yeah. I am a single one says because men are so visual and tend to type women in categories. I think it's realistic hair types play a role.
I like what Robin said. Black men favor wigs.
No, what? So messy. You see?
Okay.
Robin, black men like natural hair, just not on black women. Okay.
Okay.
So you're saying like they like the loose curls, the loose silky curls that black women don't have because they're black.
Right.
Maybe, okay. Tyrese says in our culture, men grew to tolerate weave and wigs, but we prefer natural. What do you mean grew to tolerate?
Because some women won't give it up, like women like me. Like I'm natural.
Why do you give up our hair?
That's what I'm saying. I'm natural, but I won't give up a nice wig or a nice sewing. I won't do it.
Okay. Roy says respect the hoteps. I don't know if they deserve respect. Royce, they're a little extreme. They're really extreme, sort of like Muslims. Yeah. I'm the single one says my experience with black men is that they prefer straight hair. I even had a man request I straighten my curly hair. Wow. You know,
they like length. I think it's length. They like to see length
Yeah, like long,
natural,
straight.
long,
Yep. I think long and straight, definitely. I think when they like to see curly hair, it's
So they
more
can
of
think
like
exotic.
yes,
Oh
exotic.
yeah, I'm with like a whole exotic woman.
Now I'm with an exotic. Yeah, they want to feel like
like there's something different about you.
Tyrese wants us to believe all black men think like him. He said curly hair is my thing. Okay.
I once dated a guy where curly hair was his thing too. I was like, can you get the curly hair sewing?
Yeah. Wait, he asked you to get
it. He was like, can you get? He always requested the curly hair sewing. I promise you.
Wow.
Any other hairdo, he would be like, oh hi, how are you?
Wow.
What?
Not, oh hi, how are you? Not even checking for you. Jeez. Robin says they'll ask you what you mix with.
Yeah, they'd be like, are you Dominican?
Oh my God. You know, I had some African men ask me that. I'm like, I'm not even lying. Like, I'm proud. Like, I had a nice little song. He was like, oh, I thought you were something else.
Yes, I'm telling you.
I was like, I'm mixed with you. I like to tell people that because I'm like, why would I be mixed just because I have like a certain look going on right now?
I'm telling you.
You know, with the right wig, I could look Italian.
Pretty much.
They like long, fluffy hair for sure. It attracts most guys. I don't know about fluffy, but I'll definitely say long hair it's a man thing. They like long. It's a sign of like fertility, I think, like on a biological.
Oh, okay.
It's for women to have long hair. But I think that's cultural to some degree, but yeah. Why are y'all arguing already? All right, let's continue. I want to hear it because he's going to really talk about, he's going to talk about what type of man a silk press.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, he knows it all. He has every hairstyle. So
because those are two very different men. If you're silk pressed or you're relaxed, you're going for a guy that's a little bit more conservative, and that is across the board, across the color lines, girl. Okay. Now, if you're into wigs, weaves, specifically straight, I'm talking about one out of the hair chart. It's black guys. Black guys, wigs, weaves that are straight, it's black guys. Now, if you have a longer weave, wig, or your natural hair and it has a looser curl, it's like a 2. Latino and Arab guys or Middle Eastern guys, okay? Now, if you are like a 3, like a short, curly, you're gonna really tend for a rich white guy, a Latino guy. Oh, I also forgot, girl. If you have a short pixie cut or you have finger waves, old black guy, girl. I call them the Motowns. That's your lane, girl. Stick with it. Now, and girl, if you have a bob, you're attracting the gay boys, the bisexuals, and the more submissive men. Ask me about it later, girl. Now, if you're a 4, all natural, wash and go, girl, white.
Wait a minute. A bob is attracting submissive men?
Submissive gay men. That's what
Oh, girls, take the bobs off of your list.
The Motown is oh my God.
Let's continue.
White. Okay. In terms of color, honey blonde goes well with everything. Everybody's into that. If you're blonde, girl, the lesbians are on you, girl. The white guys, the white, the Brads, the Chads, the blonde guys are checking for you. And then the married guys are checking for you. Now, if you have red hair, the F-boys are checking for you. Now, let me know if this has been your experience.
I need to know why he's saying the married guys are checking for that blonde wig too.
Because you remember the straight hair ones, the blowouts is the married men and the So the blonde gives them like a whole nother human being to be with on the outside.
Okay.
It's kind of making sense a little bit.
Okay, I guess. Tyrese said SMH. I swear that wig stereotype is funny. It's not true though, but I can't speak for everybody. No, I don't think he's trying to speak for every black man, right? I think he's just talking about the majority.
Yeah, the majority of men, whether you're black, white, Latino.
He specifically said black men like wigs though.
Yeah, he did. He did. He said
so.
Like,
I think he meant black men, but I think he meant the majority of black men.
Because you guys don't have a choice that much. Because some black women won't give up their wigs.
Yeah, but I mean, like, wigs is not exclusive to black women. You know,
no,
like,
it's not. Like, even white women have the little tapers, like, you know.
Yeah, the ones that they put like a toupee.
Right.
Yeah, just to get
we
them.
We just go extra with it because we're just extra.
Yeah, we need the inches. We need the hair
the
down to
colors. Yeah, the cuts and all that.
Yeah, exactly. Is he addressing other men? Yeah, he's talking about what men like.
What hairstyles?
Yeah, like what hairstyles men are attracted to. I think that's what he's trying to kind of go for in the video. I don't think he's talking about what he's attracted to at all. He's also said he's a dating coach. So he gets women in relationships, supposedly, whatever that means. He doesn't look married. So unless he is, then I would be able to say that. But he has whatever formula he believes that helps people get in relationships. Robert says, I only wear U-part wigs where you can lay your real hair over it and blend it in. It looks more natural. Okay. Mm-hmm. Tyree said, if it's a question of preference, then wigs aren't preferred. But like she said, women ain't giving up wigs. Okay. I mean, I get that won't be a preference. Right. But I think if black men had to choose between a woman's natural hair or a black woman's natural hair and a straight wig, they would choose the straight wig.
I think they would choose the straight wig.
Yeah, that's what I think he's trying to say. So I know that's harsh, but that's what I think he's trying to say. That's what I also halfway believe that. Like, I think for a good majority of them, they probably do prefer the like straight look on a black woman over like the natural hair, because it's different. You don't style natural hair the same way. It's all very different. Yeah. I haven't worn a lace front in years. I only wear lace fronts if I want to change the hair color. I don't dye my real hair anymore. Yeah, I have to stop doing that too, because there's a lot of breakage. So, okay, we're going to move on to the next video. There's only like 10 seconds left. But we're going to play a video. Now, this video is by a Supreme Dust Mite, okay? He might have a lot of subscribers, but he's still very dusty. You guys know him. His name is Mr. Let Go of My Toupee, which he finally did. And he's going to talk about pretty girls. Yeah, listen, girl, he gets into it and he starts getting all sassy and everything. But we're going to review this video because I think everything that he's going to say describes the problem.
Okay.
You know,
what's
like
happening right now.
Yeah, like how men are spending more time talking about wigs than they're talking about other stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kuma, I thought you were going to come in here and behave. Do I need to time you out already? You just got here. Whose idea am I stealing? I don't know whose idea I'm stealing. This is YouTube, okay? Let's continue.
I have nothing against the plain Jane female. Anybody like the females who get makeup done, a female who doesn't really get their hair done often. The plain Jane female. Why is it so hard for us pretty girls to come across a decent guy? It just seems like all the guys, the good guys, always like cuff the plain Jane females.
One thing that men have been saying consistently for as long as I can remember is that they love natural women. Men are visual, so they want to know what they're getting themselves into. So a man will cuff a plain Jane because her outer appearance may not be over exaggerated like some women today. A lot of women today, their whole personality revolves around being a baddie or.
Now, what are your thoughts on that?
That a lot of women today's what? Like they have to be baddies in order. No, that's not true.
Does it kind of sound like she's saying like something to make men like happy about what she's saying? Like she's saying
because she's natural. You know, she did the whole natural thing, but no, like for me personally, I'm a baddie whether it's natural, whether it's not natural. And funny enough, I am one of those people that cut all my hair off, and I had a whole baldy. Mm-hmm. Like I went completely bald. Yeah. So and then from there, sometimes I threw on a wig. Like I can be a baddie either way, natural or not natural.
Right. And like my thing is, why is she assuming, first of all, that most women think like that one particular woman? No. That woman's mindset was based off of like her calling herself a pretty girl meant it was because she does her makeup, she does her hair, like she puts a lot of effort into her physical look.
That's buried insecurity for me.
Yeah, I feel like
however you want to be.
Yeah, you're not just pretty because you're dolled up. You're pretty because you're pretty.
Yeah.
Like you wake up pretty or you're ugly when you go to sleep, whatever. But if you feel pretty, you don't need. I just feel like she's taking this one lady's opinion and just applying it to all women who wear makeup, first of all. And the ones who don't, like, she assumes they all side with her. Because I completely disagree with her. I
disagree.
Yeah, I think she's pandering to men. Obviously, that's why Mr. Lingo is playing her. When you hear him talk in a few minutes, you're going to understand why he found her.
Video. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sub says, can a lot come up in you? What the hell is wrong with you, CJ? I'm going to put you on timeout. Why do y'all come in here when I have guests just acting bad? Like, don't know how to act, don't know how to be good in the chat. Tyree said bald or buzz cut is still natural, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, like, you will wear a wig the next day. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even about that. I donate my hair so it grow to my butt. Okay. Kuma says no, just a curly afro. Okay. These people.
Kuma also said, okay, I will behave.
Let's see if he's gonna behave. That's why I ignored that, because in 2 seconds from now he's gonna start acting a fool. But okay, let's listen to what he had to say. Now, notice how she also has her hair tied up. She got no makeup on, allegedly, and so she's trying to like
fit that image
while she's talking about it. You know what I mean? She's trying to act like she knows better.
Looking good. Their whole personality revolves around their wigs, their lashes, their makeup, and just overall looking good. And to be quite honest, a lot of y'all are starting to look alike. The same wigs, makeup, outfit, body, and everything. And it's become so exaggerated to the point where some of y'all have deformed and botched your body with all these surgeries and BBLs.
So what has happened to a lot of these young women, older women, black women, period, is something called assimilation. Too many of you ladies are literally walking around looking like each other. Just like this young lady said, nobody wants to look natural anymore. Everybody wants to look like some weird doll or something. And it's scary. When I'm out, all I see is just wig wearers. Yo, this is sad. We don't have anybody to pick from anymore.
Now, the men of yesteryear, they didn't used to be sitting up here worried about, when it came to choosing a woman, it wasn't about what she had on her head, right? It was the value that she offered to the man, to his future lineage, all that.
I like what Ms. Jalen, is it Jalen, right?
Ms. Jalen, yes.
Says, but that's what you men wanted, which is a fact. Mm-hmm. When we didn't have the butts and the hips and the this and the that, men were constantly going out for women that were the butts, the hips, and the tits.
Yep, the surgery bodies.
Right.
Yep.
So now when women are hip to it and they're actually doing it, and FYI, I've owned 3 plastic surgery recovery homes, and let me tell you, Spanish women have gone surgeries and recovered at my recovery home than black women. First and foremost. Okay, so like, what is he talking about?
Right, and his whole persona is sassy, right? That's why he's more focused on the wigs and the wig wear.
Everybody's identical. Everybody, yeah, you guys promoted that.
Exactly.
Women wanted to go out and be attractive because that's what men were going for. And now all of a sudden, there's too much BBLs hanging around. Now you guys want something a little bit different,
right? And it's all about supply and demand, right? If the men didn't demand that women look like
a
plastic dolls,
exactly,
with butts that stick out all the way like a diaper booty, if they didn't request that, women wouldn't do it. You know what I mean? So I think it's interesting that they're trying
to. Lana Love?
She says all people are beautiful in their own way, though. Don't take my comment harshly.
That is not harshly at all. Everybody is beautiful in their own way.
Chicken.
Spice chicken.
It's so many girls now that are natural. They just don't approach those women. I agree. And I think that's why that video where he's talking about the hair and what men like, it's literally a game. Mm-hmm. To some of these men, if you got this certain hair, they're gonna talk to you. If you don't have this certain type of hair, they're playing a game of rolling the dice, and the only thing that's important is the outer, and they're wondering why they're not getting the results that they want. And they're also complaining about women all the time.
Like who just said that? Hold on. Robin just made a very good point. They can't approach these BBL women because they're spending $10,000 on their bodies, you know, and they're spending another $2,000 every 2-3 months to keep up with those bodies. So if you're coming to talk to me after I spent that bag on my body, you better have that bag to support it. And since he put his toupee down, then yes, he can.
Listen, he don't got nothing. Not cutting costs. Yeah, the toupee was part of a budget cut. The budget decreased that year, so he had to just peel it off, peel them off the cap.
Those glues be costing a lot.
Right. Robin said, I think they like the BBLs. They're just mad they can't afford or qualify for those women. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Point. Exactly. Yeah. They will say they like natural women and turn around and call you nappy headed. Can you believe? Okay, now I'm gonna admit I said some pretty mean things to him too. I'm like what I said, but he's like, "Oh, you got them pubes on your head." Can you believe that?
He said that?
It was a black man. No, it wasn't a white man. Okay, if he did that, I would have been.
Nobody wants to marry a BBL woman for real. LOL. Terry said that.
He was like, "Oh, one day you got your hair straight. Next day you got pubes on your head." Like I get that I talked to a trifling, but that nigga was Jesus.
Oh my God.
And that's how black men feel. That's how they feel about our natural hair. They don't really like it. Like a black man is more likely to approach me with my hair silk pressed than he will my natural curly ponytail.
Yes, that's true.
I didn't realize how much altered their appearance. Girl, listen. It's a big part of dating and mating these days. Tyrese says nobody wants to marry a BBL woman for real.
I don't know about that, Tyrese. I think it all depends on which part of the spectrum that you're on. Because men from down south, they typically do like that whole BBL look. Like they will pay for it, hon.
They'll pay for your donkey booty.
They'll pay for it. And if it's not big enough, they'll pay for you to go back. Yeah.
Listen, there'll be men that'll tell you straight up, I'm going to pay for you to look like the letter P.
Right. Your legs is like literally little drumsticks and your butt is like way out here. Yes, they will pay for it.
I can't. Babyface says real men don't marry females because of their private area.
What?
Well, real men marry women. I don't know why y'all call women females. Women are human women. That's what you're supposed to call them.
What does that mean, though? Because of their...
He's saying, like, the bum, like, real men don't marry you just because you got a BBL. But they also don't not marry you because you got a BBL. That's what he was trying to imply, so...
Oh, Rob, oh my goodness. I'm loving the comments.
Black men will literally skinny shame you if you're... Yes, and especially when you get with them, they want you to gain weight, too.
Really?
They want you to... Some of them be wanting you to get big so you're not attractive.
You know what? That's not even funny, because you know my mom... like, yeah. I was like, honey, don't listen to that. Go to the gym. He's just trying to, take you out. Take you out of the race.
You said, speaking of that, I can't. You literally have to gain weight to date black girls. Stop dropping.
Started getting out there. Brokey woman?
Yeah, because they do finance. You can finance a BBL now.
You can always finance the BBL, it's just that black people didn't have good credit.
Bad credit.
Goodness.
You pay 340% interest.
Like what you probably just said in the comments, all they had to do was just go to the Dominican Republic. It was $500.
$500. Somebody told me at any time the lights can go out in that joint. So.
Oh my God. A lot of people died from there.
See, I'm afraid I can't do all that. I also don't want a BBL. Like, if anything, I would want like a reduction in something.
Right.
Not just talking, bro. Tyrese, you seem upset. Let's continue because Mr. Lego is not going to stop being dusty in this video. Lana says, my husband is trying hard to get me thicker. He always got food for me, but it's not working out for him. Okay, you tell him you're not getting big for him.
Sorry, said putting a BBL on layaway.
But you're not putting it on layaway.
You just want payment plan.
Yeah, because the body, you get the body right away. You just paying it. Like after 10 years, you still paying $10 a month.
For a BBL, I still need a waist snatcher. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Once you get a BBL, you still need a waist snatcher because your skin will still get loose if you do not train it.
He said upset about what? No, I know. I'm just yanking your chain, Tyrese. I do think black men be sensitive when we tell the truth about you guys' preferences, and you shouldn't be, you know? He said you can be mountain thick if the kitty ain't hidden, it's not going to work.
Oh gosh, baby face.
He's having fun in the chat. You need to relax. It's not about eating. Not every big back gets big because some people get big because it's their hormones. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, some other factors. A lot of time it's because of what they're eating, though. Just go to the gym, no BBL. Some people, no matter how much they go to the gym, they're never gonna get an ass. You know?
Yeah, the gym doesn't give you that that shape. That's
it do. But it'll make for you to have what is you're thinking about, you're gonna have to get muscular, and then your butt is gonna be like stiff almost sometimes. Like it's not gonna move. It's gonna be like.
Yeah, you do still have to work out. Robin said you gotta work out with those BBLs because the fat will go back to unwanted places.
Yeah, exactly. So you still have to be in the gym. They put tatas on layaway. Yeah, they do that too. Every time a black man have a comeback, we're deemed sensitive, but it's fine. You'll get a BBL and end up with lunch lady arms. Baby. Why are you getting so big like that anyway?
Jesus. We should go back to the video.
Yeah, let's go back to it.
Mr.
Yeah. Those BBLs will deteriorate over time. I agree. All right, let's continue. Even though he's going to get on my nerves, we're going to listen to Mr. Lego.
And what y'all don't realize is none of us are stupid enough to actually wife up a wig wearer. So the more you ladies run around competing with each other, trying to get a man, you're actually competing with each other on who can repel the man the most. But with all that being said, there are two types of men in each one of us, all right, including me too. The man that will just smash and go about his business, and a man that will actually wife you up. We all have those two types of people inside of us. So when we run into a baddie, a little wig-wearing doll-looking chick, oh yeah, we're going to smash. And, you know, probably have a little 3-month-long, 5-month-long, nothing thing and go about our business. Now, some dudes would tell the woman like, hey, I don't want you. We just going to do this and do that like me. But it is some dudes that will actually act like he wants to be with a woman, which is kind of lame, but he will actually act like he want to be with a woman and then just kind of like pull away and dismiss her after about 3 to 5 months because he's done with her. And the wig wearers are going through this over.
Like, that's so immature, though. Like, we're talking about a grown man who can't even communicate that he don't like your hair and keep it pushing. You know what I mean? Like, just
like
weird.
Just have sex with you because you're a wig where he's attracted to you enough to have sex with you with the wig on, but not attracted enough to you to marry you. Like, how do you like what?
You know, not only will they have sex, they will pump you full of babies, but then be like, they didn't marry you because you wear a wig. Like, you know what I mean? She said, I was watching women bodybuilders at their competition. It was amazing. I do think their bodies are a little stiff, but yeah, they do great work because they have very little fat on their body. It's all muscle. Wasting a woman's time is crazy. He thinks he's Andrew Tate. He's more so giving dust mite. But this dude is a gift. Yeah, he has a gift to gab for sure. Basically, women wear y'all hair. We love that, but the wig wearer can get it too.
When you say get it too, will you marry a wig wearer or would you not?
How many of us with wigs got married?
I know, but I'm just saying the way Babyface put it. Like, you know, I want you to be specific about it. Like, would you wife up a woman that wears wigs? Babyface, that question is for you.
He's gonna say some bullshit. Lana Love said those bodies were so cut and in shape. Oh yeah, very, but it looks so stiff to me. All right, let's continue.
Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And y'all are getting old. But what you don't realize is men everywhere have been telling you this for at least the last 5 years. But guess what? You refuse to listen. And we don't care. We're just going to keep smashing and dashing. You actually are making it easy for us to be single. We actually want to settle down with one woman, but it's like a kid in a candy store. Just imagine being a guy for a second. You're walking around seeing all these baddies everywhere and nobody wants them. So they're just always available. Like, do you realize that you're always available because you never have a man? You either have somebody.
Now, it's giving jealousy. It's giving hatred for women because he's lying. Yes. The fact that he's going to say that these men are chasing him, even if he's saying that they're dating the women for short periods of time, how do they not have a man if they're dating men all the time? The problem is just a lack of commitment.
Right.
You know, and the whole lack of commitment comes from the fact that they have a wig on. Like, that makes zero sense. I think the problem is he wants something to be mad at women about. And so looking like he looks, he's probably been rejected by someone who wear a wig.
We know he's not married.
We know he's not married because he's like 50 something talking about looking for love and getting married. You know, I just think there's a disconnect there. I think there is some internal hatred for women in general, and particularly black women, because he's obviously talking about black women's hair. Because when he talks about wigs, the group that wears it,
are black women.
Yeah, to the degree that he's like crying about. Tyrese, trust me. All you me would sleep with any hole. Yeah, they'll sleep with that. They'll sleep with a sheep. Like Miss Jillian was saying, it's really not about wigs or not wigs, you know. And also, I think they'll marry anybody who's willing to tolerate them and have their children. Mm-hmm. The difference is they just have to pretend like they have some say in what woman accepts them or not, because it's the internet. They like to cap for the internet. Clint says white girls hit different. Okay.
Hey, Clint.
Like, what? He's weird. He's trying to like make people feel like, oh, black women, nobody wants you. We want white women. I don't know. That's what they do in this space. So just ignore it.
But you know he don't want you, so you kind of like still make yourself available for other guys, or either nobody wants you, period. So it's like you're always available, but guess what? The woman that we really want isn't available. The women with the natural hair, they getting wiped up left and right. So it's like, oh well, might as well run through some more baddies. But that's really what's going on. So it's not about plain Jane women. It's about actual women. I'll say that again. It's not about plain Jane women. It's about real, authentic women. What you ladies aren't. You can make a decision to stop wearing all this crap and go back to your natural self. Take all the makeup off. Take the little dumb looking eyelashes off. Take the crap you put on your head all the time and wear your natural hair. And guess what? You're not going to feel like a baddie. You're not going to look like a baddie. But you will attract a man that actually wants to be with you, wants to start a family with you, wants to love you. Why? Because you now are showing for the first time ever, probably since you was 9 or 12, that you love yourself because you're walking out the door looking like yourself. But it's all up to you, because as a man, we don't care. You can do whatever you want to do, because at the end of the day, you are keeping us single by being available to us to run through. If you want to change that, hey, stop wearing all this mess. And now, guess what?
So basically what he's trying to say is that women have to make men grow up and be men and marry who they want to marry and forget about wigs. Because if you're saying that women are the ones who have to change for you to be a man and marry somebody.
They don't love themselves because they put on a wig. They don't love themselves because they walk outside with makeup. Well, how about you men stop getting haircuts? Okay? Just be all natural. Let your hair grow any type of way. Let your tape line go crazy.
Black tape line.
Just don't groom yourselves. Don't invest into yourself. Don't pour positivity into yourselves, and see how much women like that. Because I mean, a woman that decides to wear makeup is just makeup. It feels good. At the end of the day, you come home, you wash it off. Exactly. When you're home inside the house, the man has the you, because the makeup has been taken off. Everything. And who wears makeup every single day?
I mean, even if somebody does,
even if you put on a light thing, that doesn't mean that you don't love yourself, that you're not coming out as yourself. Your makeup does not make you.
Yeah.
And it doesn't define who you are.
Exactly. And I am the single one. She says it's disingenuous to tell women changing their behavior will somehow create a perfect partner. Exactly. If that man wants to be a good man, he's going to overlook whatever little thing. Like, wigs are not a big deal.
Yeah.
If you're willing to turn away a woman because of her hair, then go be with whoever you find. But otherwise, it's like women shouldn't have to feel like their natural ways of keeping themselves up is being attacked. That's kind of what it feels like. Only insecure people listen to these men. And actually, honestly, it's probably mostly insecure men, but I'll say people, right? Because I do think some women consume this crap and start to internalize it too. That's why he had that girl in the video attacking it. So
yeah, I am the single one. She says everybody is not going to get a husband. Hello.
Right.
Like just as soon as you step out there with no makeup and your natural hair, boom, your husband falls.
Right. He falls out the sky. You got it. Like it's weird. Sometimes those men that are with those look at Derek Jackson. Right, he married a plain Jane, but was over there chasing all them weave wearing hoes, right? Who had all the and it's funny because he would literally talk about relationships as if he was like a wholesome dude, but you see him getting with the Instagram baddies with the BBL, like that's what he liked. So I think when men say they like natural, I think it's their way of trying to control women and how they present themselves. Anyone that talks with their eyes closed, yeah, exactly. Look at him lying. That's the problem. That's why you gotta close his eyes. All right, let's continue. There's only like a minute or so left in this video.
Will actually fall in love with you and marry you. Because with me personally, I want to find a wife. I want to find a woman to settle down with. But I do enjoy being at a carnival and nobody's in line. Just walk up and get on this ride and then walk over and get on this ride.
Now, I'm not trying to attack him, but what makes, do you guys think this man is getting the top tier women?
No, most definitely. There's no way the way he looks, he's in there. I'm just saying. He already budget cut with the toupee. There's no way. No way.
I find it so funny when below average, I'm just being real. Most people would say he's not attractive.
He's not. Not the stuff that comes out of his mouth. You can clearly see he's lying.
Right.
You can clearly see if a baddie walks up to him right now, he would wife the baddie.
He would risk it all.
He would definitely.
He would risk it all.
The baby hairs and all, not even the natural soft look. Baby hair, body wave and all, 4 inches. He would.
It's just he doesn't have access to that, so he has to attack it.
Personality.
Yeah. This is disrespectful to his girlfriend. Does his girlfriend wear wigs? I'm the single one. I didn't know he had a girlfriend. So he's over here talking about I want to get married. One day he got a girl. Mm-mm.
Thank God he wasn't engaged with someone on YouTube. Wasn't he engaged once upon a time with someone on YouTube?
Oh, wow. I didn't know that about him. Lana Love said he isn't telling the truth. He doesn't believe in marriage. He said it himself. Yeah, but these type of men will have conversations like this and act like they know what men who get married want. Like, you don't hear
Miss Jalen engaged to him?
No.
She said I was engaged twice and walked away.
Yeah, I think she just meant like in her own life. Like,
okay.
No, she wouldn't be engaged to this dust mite. Trust me. But what was I just reading?
The Real Precious. She has a pixie. So that's who he was. That's who his girlfriend is. The Real Precious.
I don't know. Is that?
I think the single one, that's what she's putting.
Oh, she has a pixie cut. Okay.
I should post that comment under.
All right, let's continue. There's only like 40 seconds left on this.
And walk over and get on this ride. This is the single life for us men. Because like I said, nobody wants the wig wearers, so y'all always are available. So it's literally like going to a carnival with nobody there. The rides are just spinning around, just waiting for you to get on them. And then we get on them, and then we get off. Then go over here, get on them, get off. We having a great time. So y'all want to keep being calm.
The only thing he's getting on and off is the couch. Okay. Now I don't know what his girlfriend looks like, but to even be with somebody who uses this ideology, I would question like their ability to be a good partner, because if you're viewing me from the perspective of whether or not I have a wig on, right? If you're saying,
available. You're not mentally available.
Yeah, he's mentally ill. That's what I think. Clinton said, Robin, your prime is over. These type of men think that as soon as you hit 25, your prime is over. You know, I don't take anything that they say serious. Roy said women should just be themselves. I don't want a woman to change and stop being her authentic self. So if her authentic self likes to wear wigs, then what are you going to do, Royce? That's what I want to know. He has to play single. Then he would lose his female viewers. I don't understand how female viewers are going to take the opinion of a single, non-married, childless man. You know, like what advice does he have to give to you about how to get married? So.
Okay, so that's why he doesn't promote the girlfriend, because he doesn't want his viewers to know that he's married.
Mm-hmm. So this video I'm playing this because I want you guys to see that there is like a spectrum, right? Like the type of messaging that we're seeing online about relationships and women, it's all over the place, okay? Now, this is a page that actually calls itself Sigma Male, which they say that the Sigma is like in between of like the alpha and the beta. Like the Sigma is supposedly like the perfect balance, whatever. But this is some of the messages that they're putting out there to men about women. Now, me and you know, most men are not out here 6 figures ballers, right? Most of them are making average money. But for some reason, when they talk about relationships and women, they insinuate that women are gold diggers or that they're after men with money. So let's watch this video. If you want me to stop, just let me know, okay?
You're a millionaire, I'll
Like,
say
if you
yes.
want me to
If
pause
they're
it.
not a millionaire?
Then we can be friends. If he doesn't own a house that's over $7 million, I won't date him. I just have, goals and expectations and boundaries, and this is what I strive for.
It's good to have boundaries, but not over the moon boundaries.
What are the other criteria that you're looking for in a guy?
I want someone that's successful,
Sure.
motivated, influential,
Okay.
good values.
Minimum height?
Actually, I'm okay with the guy being short as long as he's rich.
I can't blame them for laughing because, honestly, those standards are far-fetched.
Did you want Santa Claus to come down your chimney too?
Hey, let me just say this. You cannot expect loyalty from someone who will do anything.
That's true, brothers. Watch out for people who value money more than anything.
Money. Just remember that.
At the end of the day, girls just chase money and a good time. If they're young and just spontaneous. A lot of these girls, they don't want love. Half these girls don't even care about looks. Like we're good looking dudes.
That is, unfortunately, the sad reality.
Like, if you can give us some money that my friend can go home, that would be awesome. No. Okay, cool.
Even her friend felt shame because the camera was rolling. Greed is disgusting.
Now, I'm going to say that the video is very monotone. They're like playing little blurbs of clips. So it's really not a full thought from a woman. It's just like.
Right. They're just catching that little thing to promote what they have going on.
Exactly. But I'm wondering, how does a channel like this have 134,000 subscribers? Who the fuck's watching this?
People that like toxic drama.
Men. Majority of them be men. Any woman who says she's interested in money is a big red flag. I was with a woman on and off, and I decided to bring her to a party with coworkers. My boss did not ask to be introduced to her. He talked up a storm with her, called me crazy in front of her. All the coworkers at the party did really not talk to me. They talked to her. I found out at work from my boss that she did not want me to bother her and call her, and she became good friends with one of my coworkers. Never again will I take a girlfriend to me. Listen, they be trauma bonding. No, I'm like reading, but it's like they're like trauma bonding online about women hurting them. Ever notice that them being women, right? Wanting the rich guy, never say they'll love him for it. It's all about getting something for doing nothing. If they could, they'll just have the money with them. Oh, here's another crier. I made a reservation 6 months. Yes, 6 months in advance of Christmas. So my wife and I could go to an expensive restaurant. And on the day and time, she decided she didn't want to go. I went and got my parents and we went. We are no divorce. That divorce was the best thing. Get that toxic woman out of my life. Should have known because she didn't pass the greed test.
What? Is it, oh my God. Is it bad to want a certain type of lifestyle?
I think so. I think for some men, like, they will take a small thing, and I'm going to make this bigger because you can't really see it that well, but they'll take a small thing, like a small preference of a woman, let's say for luxury or for going out and having a good time. They'll take that and for your money. We'll have 3 pennies to rub together.
Okay.
But we'll act like women are after them for their money. Miss Jayla said, how many of these dudes are rich and you need a magnifying glass to find it? Listen, majority of them don't be having no money, but they're so worried about gold diggers. You know, I don't get it. Let me read some more comments because these comments are sending me. This man, hello, Mr. Smith, said, I was with the woman on it. Oh, that's the wrong one. I wasn't trying to read that one. Where was that?
If I'm paying, I and only me choose how I'm paying. If I don't eat, nobody eats. Oh my God. These Jezebels.
Read that.
These Jezebels in Babylon West will never give no value in return whatsoever, even if he's making 6 figures a year. Wow.
These are 3. Look at the picture on top of that. These are 304s men must avoid. Accumulated grievances are the problem with long-term relationships. She never forgets. She never forgives. If I was still married to my first wife, she would still be complaining about a pizza that I bought 50 years ago. Now, that sounds like a funny, petty shit. That sounds like something a woman really would complain about. But let's continue. Now, notice again, they're taking little blurps of what women say. You know, they're really not taking full thoughts or beliefs that women have. But that's what they tend to do on these channels, is cherry pick things that women say, taken out of context. Jesse said, because y'all greedy. Okay. The only way you will have a lifestyle, you need to work. Listen, people do need to work, right? But I think if a man wants to provide you something, then he should. You know, if that's his love language, then let him do it.
Or if a woman wants a certain lifestyle, then I want a certain lifestyle. That doesn't mean I'm okay with the income that you're bringing in. If I'm not okay with it, then we're just not okay with it.
Listen, and you have the right to reject a broke, nothing else.
Like, you really want to struggle with someone? Like, if we fell in love and then we got broke and we're struggling, that's one thing. But I'm not going to purposefully walk myself into a broke, struggling situation.
Right, purposefully. Like
you know, I'm not walking myself into a broke situation. Not happening.
Right. Robin said, women work out of survival, not because they want to. That's true. That's true. All right, let's see how much more of this nonsense. This monotone voice is sort of getting on my nerves, so we'll try to get through most of it.
Better if you leave me alone.
I'll probably leave you alone.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You have a good one now.
So this guy tried approaching this lady in a friendly way, but she rejected him. As soon as he got into his expensive car, watch what went down.
Now, I'm just going to say this. Any video that you see like this where the recording is exaggerated, it's a skit.
Right.
So he's using a skit to make a general sweeping statement about women, and he has men in the comments like crying.
That is nuts.
You know what I mean? Like it's almost like a false
It was
pretense.
narrated, like, you know, like I read something, you read something, and then we're like, hey, this is what we're going to do.
Right. Let's continue. You're fine.
It's crazy how greed can take over some people. It is a sad fact.
What's up?
This your car?
I mean, you see I'm in it, right?
Okay. You know, I didn't know you was whipping.
I mean,
What
what's
you
up?
got going on?
Minding my business. Why?
What you mean, why? You was
Let me tell you a secret that most rich men follow to avoid a greedy partner. Never show your wealth at first, so they want you for you. Then later in the relationship, reveal yourself. But in the first steps, always keep it to yourself.
just
What
trying
I
to
just
talk to
said,
me.
though. I mean, what I just said. You obviously wasn't interested, right?
I mean, it's not nothing like that. You
And the sad part is that it's so obviously a skit, but he's actually taking from this a real message to give men about what rich men like and want. Now, first of all, when I dealt with men who had money, they were not shy about the fact that they had money. Were they shy with you?
Not at all. And I wouldn't be getting a pickup line the way he just did his sorry pickup line. Like, you know, like,
It's clearly a skit though. Like it's not even a real video, you know. But he just thinks he's doing something here, and these weird, lonely losers. Look at modern woman, modern dating, Sigma. That's the audience that he's speaking to. The people who those are buzzwords for them, you know. But let's continue.
know, it just be a lot of
It's all the way like that, though.
but it's not.
That's fine if you're interested. I don't care. That's
I
fine.
am interested.
Nah, why all of a sudden you interested now?
Rich men want someone to want them for themselves, not their money.
Because you know we on the same level.
And what level is that?
I mean, you trying to find out and see.
I'm asking you. Who you on the
Let
phone
me
with?
in. Friend, let me call you back, girl.
Girl, get that girl.
I'm trying to tell you, he tripping. I'm saying, so you gonna let me get in your car?
I mean, nah. Why should I?
He made the right choice. A real man and a real woman know how to work together respectfully and not overstep or abuse boundaries. It takes maturity, love, and self-control. Praise and appreciation go both ways.
I need more money each month to pay for, his activities, food and clothing, his expenses as he's getting older.
This lady wanted more money, despite her husband paying for child support, tuition, and insurance.
Whose activities?
Kevin's our son.
Kevin? Okay, how old is Kevin?
He's 14.
14, okay. And you need more money. He's not giving you enough money?
No, he pays for tuition and healthcare, but
Wait a minute. He pays for tuition. If I remember correctly about tuition, it's kind of expensive.
That's right. This guy has been paying for almost everything.
It's not anything that's cheap. How is he paying in tuition?
$395 a month.
$395 a month. And you say he pays what else?
For healthcare.
Healthcare? How much is healthcare?
It's $185 a month.
$185 plus $395.
That's right. And he never complained.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know? What type of activities?
Well, he's joined the football team. And then he plays guitar.
Guitar. Okay. And has he enrolled in those activities yet? Or
yes.
Okay. And you're paying for those?
Yeah.
Want him
So she basically wants him to pay 100%, despite the fact that the kid is also hers.
to pay for?
At least help, yes.
Okay. So there is anything else you want to tell me before I move to him?
No.
All right. Sir,
Yes,
you pay $395 in tuition.
that's correct.
And is it $185 in health insurance? Because what I see $85 in health insurance.
It's 185.
It's $185. Okay.
Now, realistically, we're talking about $500 a month. Okay, that's a man who probably doesn't even make six figures. I'm not trying to brag about it and act like that's not a lot of money. 500 is still a lot of money, but that's not a six-figure man.
Yeah, that's not money to
For no one to go
support
there,
a child or for anybody to
Yeah.
like $500 seriously.
Lana said I can get some good sleep. Doesn't his voice have like a monotone?
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely monotone. Yeah, I feel like he's the bracket that he's talking about is not. That's not the men that are getting gold dug, you know. Most likely, this woman was like used to this man paying everything, and then he just left and expected her to pick up everything.
Probably got another woman that likes to wear lace fronts.
Yep.
You know?
That's why, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it replaced her, and now she's just left with nothing.
Yeah, and a lot of men think that just because they don't want the woman anymore, that he no longer has the responsibility to the children. Mm-hmm. Now, he is paying a lot, but I think
he's paying bare minimum.
It's not that much.
He's probably a bare minimum person. If not,
that's what it appears.
No, needs more money.
The judge is being sympathetic, you know, and I think some are, but I also think there's some stigma sometimes when they think people are just trying to use child support to use the man. But if this woman is not used to working, she's used to her husband paying all the bills, she shouldn't have to foot the bill now because he got a new chick. You know, like people will say she's being selfish, but if that's what she's accustomed to, that's what he got her accustomed to. And some people are even awarded more child support like that because that was the terms of their marriage. Yeah, you can't just switch it up now because you want a new chick. You know what I mean? It's not how it works. But let's continue.
And then what else?
There's guitar lessons, clothes. Whenever he stays with me, I pay for,
What's more crazy is that the kid lives with him. So he's already taking care of everything.
all his activities and everything else too. So it starts to add up.
Okay.
As you can imagine.
And she wants you to pay for more than that?
That's correct.
I'm not understanding this, ma'am. The way that child support works is supposed to pay a certain percentage for the child, not for using.
That is immature, to be honest.
To just get all scot-free and have him paying for everything. That's not how this works.
I understand, but as he's getting older, his expenses are getting more.
And I understand that. And what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
So you make money too, right?
Yes.
So it naturally follows that you should be covering some of these expenses as well, correct?
Yes.
All right. So I'm not going to have him be responsible because he's doing a lot already. And sir, where do you work?
I'm a pool cleaner.
Pool clean. How much do you make a year doing that?
About $45,000.
This guy works hard and spends most of his days on the heavy stuff just for his.
This is what we getting. Like, he's a pool cleaner.
She's an administrative assistant. He's a pool cleaner. And depending on where they live, it's probably seasonal.
Hopefully somewhere it's warm all year long, hopefully. Because that would mean he makes decent money cleaning all the pools, So if the judge thinks he can afford $515, which is tuition and other stuff, then he should look into the.
And it didn't say that the kid lives with the father. They said that sometimes he's with the father and other times he's with the mother.
Yeah, sometimes he stays with him.
Yeah.
So he's kind of just this guy in the weird audio. He's inserting information in it to make it more inflammatory. Right now, this is why I believe there's a war between men and women going on. Do I think? Oh, jeez. Do I think all men and women are perpetrating it? No, but I do think there are people online in pockets who are having these weird. Like, think about Mr. Let Go, the video we just watched. Majority of that was BS. Like, we wouldn't have a conversation with someone like that. But there is people out there having those conversations. And there are men who are gullible, who have no life experience. Maybe they're even just immature, who will listen to somebody like Mr. Let Go and like this weirdo in this video and think that as a pool cleaner, there's going to be women trying to gold dig against him. You know what I mean? Like looking for money out of somebody who cleans pools.
And how do we know what he did to her? We don't know what he did to her to make her bitter enough to come for more money.
Right.
That's the only way she could get back at him.
Now we don't know what he did to her. Yeah, exactly. A lot of times it's a lot more going on, than
just gold digging.
Yeah, they were married, or they had kids. I mean, whatever. But all right, let's continue.
Kid. And he never complains because he knows it's worth it in the end.
All right. Yeah, that's not how this works. I mean, did a friend of yours tell you that you can come in here and get him to, you know, run him through the slammer and have him pay everything? Did somebody tell you that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, were you thinking that on your own?
She thought she could outsmart the judge.
I just wanted more help paying for this.
All right, so I'm gonna need you to go ahead and pay for some of this on your own, because I'm not going to make him responsible for everything.
This judge shows that there is still humanity out there.
Hey, have you been? Yeah, I know. It was a little bit busy. I got you some.
Draco said that we're inserting because she said, oh, the guy did something. Who's inserting that?
No, I'm just saying we never know.
Yeah.
Because it's not only just about gold digging. No, obviously there was something there between them. You know, how it ended, we don't know. Is she bitter? She might be bitter. She's not a gold digger. She's probably just bitter.
Right. I am the single one says children are expensive and men have no grasp on that because they are seldom the primary caregiver. Exactly. This is Court TV or a TV show. I'm not sure because it looks like he clipped it, but I think it might be a court TV show. Maybe not Court TV like that channel,
right?
But like a TV show where they do like hearings on like family
the
court
free
hearings.
cable that we never watch.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. So he clipped it up for this video, but I have a feeling, you know, it was one of many. So okay, let's continue. He's gonna keep playing the little toxic clips because that's how he's gonna get his whole message across.
Yes, sir. This lady brought food and wanted more for herself, so she decided not to get her husband anything so she could buy more for herself.
How'd you want it?
Fire.
Thank you. You're welcome, nothing.
Or did you get a
Wait. The combo
with
box.
the double breads? What you know
Yeah,
about
I
the
got
double
the
breads?
Combo box. I know Tasha's only like coleslaw. So.
That's really good. Where's my
Good bussin'.
Where's my food at? You didn't give me food?
I'm not gonna lie.
What you mean you're not gonna lie?
This was more expensive than I thought it was. So when she told me the total, I just told her to take off a combo box.
You took my food off?
The fact that she's laughing and eating as if it was nothing is heartbreaking.
I told her to just give you a sweet tea because I know you like.
Sorry.
What?
No, this.
I know you like the tea.
Why you take my food off?
Anti-woman.
You what?
Starving.
No, but why did you take my food off the order?
I can't afford it, baby. I can
You
only...
got 2 sauces, bro. You got 2 sauces. You can't afford it, but you.
Like,
this is not realistic.
It literally, the guy and the girl are laughing. It's a skit. They're probably a couple
in a
channels.
Tesla.
Right, with a baby in the back.
Baby in the back. Come on. I'm just saying.
You know, like, and they just be, and they'll just take clips like this, play them out of context, and use it as like a propaganda machine again, like to literally play for, you know, honestly, a topic like this, the real truth is, majority of the time, it's men trying to brainwash each other, right? Trying to convince each other not to do for women, not to like
and
women.
I'm trying to figure out when they try to convince each other not to be about women like that. Like, do they have like a plan for each other?
Not a plan.
Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Not a
like
plan.
When you start hating women, like what are you gonna go to? What happens later? Like, are we knocking? Like, what, you know? I'm saying, like...
Tyree said it's not realistic sense to maybe y'all haven't done this, but all men, and you'll get different answers. What? You see, he's confused. He don't even know what he's talking about. IDK, this might be stages to get clicks. Yeah, I think it's definitely staged to get clicks. I mean, the couple, it's a couple.
No, but while he's getting clicks, there are men out there that's believing this.
Yeah, and they're internalizing it.
And they're coming home to women and giving them that treatment. Like, you're a gold digger. Look, she didn't even buy him no food.
Right.
Like, honey, that
or
was
she
a
don't
good
love
for
you. She keep laughing while she eating your Wendy's.
Right.
Or your you know what I mean? Like, it's so unrealistic and weird. And this is propaganda because there are inexperienced, lonely men who've never even really encountered women who are going to hear these talking points and believe that women are like this, that women are not good. They don't want you.
We're not nurturers. We don't love you for real.
Yep, they want your pool cleaning money.
Like, that is just too much. And guess what? That's what I'm saying. We as women, the ones that are not married right now, the ones that are single, are left out here with Those type of men. Like, that's scary.
Yes, the men who watch videos like this.
Yes.
You know, the 135,000 men who are subscribed, right?
That's scary.
There's even men who watch channels like this that they don't subscribe because they don't want nobody to know what they be watching too. That's scary. You know, and we can look at this and be like, oh, he's stupid, he's taking it out of context. But there are men, like you said,
And
who
he's
watch this.
brainwashing with this.
And they're thinking like, yeah,
and our chances of actually getting a real good man that has no trauma and that's not influenced is like the numbers are getting smaller and smaller.
Exactly. And most of them are already married. Robin said, yeah, it's sad. Men promoting men to stay broke and not provide is shameful. You're laughing to the guy's job as a pool cleaner, revealing. Draco, now, I'm going to be realistic. If I have a certain caliber of life that I'm living, what sense would it make for me to date somebody who's a pool cleaner?
That's what I tried to explain before. Listen, hon, if we were together and things went bad and he had to get a pool cleaning job, I will stick by him. But I will not walk myself into a situation. No, we can put our ideas together, our thoughts together to get out of that situation and back to where we were.
Yeah.
But I am not walking myself into a pool cleaner situation. Like, I'm just saying.
No, I'm not walking myself into that. Listen, Robin said some of these women fall for it too and feel they need to work harder. Yeah, because then it'll become a shaming tactic. They'll start off by doing videos like this where they portray everything a woman does as evil and against men. And then eventually they want the women to believe like they got to work harder to keep men. So they got to be on point. The men can be bald, fupa, ugly, dirty.
You got to get 2 jobs, 3 jobs.
Right.
If he's not keeping up with everything, and if he's not happy about the amount of money he gets to keep in his pocket to go out with at the end of the weekend, you probably got to pick up 4 jobs. Hello, somebody. That's why I said nowadays, the time that we're living in, women are no longer the prize.
To some, no, I'm not going to say, I'm not going to say that it's true, but men have convinced themselves that they're the prize. There's a lot of men that have convinced themselves that, Americans are too what? I hear you all talk about side chicks and stuff. Shit's just weird. You can't put all men under that umbrella just because some guys feel that way.
That's true.
Hey, you can't have it both ways. If you want women to be softer, retire them or give them the option to work or not.
That's true.
It's almost like men want the result of being a provider without being one.
Fraser Watson says, I don't know. I hear all of you talk about side chicks and stuff. Shit's just weird. We didn't say anything about side chicks.
I think he's talking something else.
Oh,
Fraser is talking about doing a backflip, please. He's just
Americans are okay.
The lengths women will go to get and keep a man is astounding. Yeah, it's kind of sad a little bit.
It's crazy.
It's a little sad. Some of us really do feel validated by relationships. I wish women would get over that. Right? Being with a man just to have one, we gotta retire that. You know what I'm saying? If he ain't worth nothing, send him back to the streets. Release him to the wild. He's not for you. But a lot of women will try to.
That's gonna pick him up, and it ain't me.
Right? They're gonna try to mold him into the right man.
Right?
Build a band.
Build a band.
Like you can't do it. All right, let's continue. He's gonna keep with his shenanigans, but let's
spend your money on 2 sauces.
Any argument is solvable, but letting your partner starve while you eat is downright unacceptable.
Love, what?
Oh my God, love him.
You got 2 sauces. If you have money to get 2 sauces, you definitely have money to at least throw another chicken on it.
Oh my God, I really couldn't.
And you share me, right?
No. I have 2 stomachs. I can't share.
Just look at his eyes. She could have gotten 2 small meals or let him eat with her, but did this.
Most women are gold diggers. If you're wealthy, if you have money, most women are going to try to take that money from you somehow, whether it's for sex or it's because they want to buy a new handbag and they would feel more attractive to you. They use many, many ways to manipulate you.
The signs are usually clear, so watch out.
Into getting your money. That's fine if you're well.
Now, this man sounds paranoid, but Frazier just mentioned something. He said, now, why they got a fox in a waistcoat and shirt? I'm dead. You know, I really think they're trying to portray, it's even like the voice of the animal. It sounds very deep and masculine. There's almost something homoerotic about it, isn't it?
These guys are disgusting.
They want to hear like a big, strong alpha male tell them that women ain't nothing.
Right.
You know, it's
and
so
it's
weird.
funny. Like I just have to put it out there for everyone, because the way he's saying women would just take your money and just buy a purse and buy this and buy that.
Yeah.
Do you know Nick Cannon divorced? The whole Mariah Carey divorce with Nick Cannon is because she had too much money, because she was doing too much.
He was too broke for her.
He was too broke for her.
He said she was too much for him.
Right. Not only that, what's the other lady? Gucci Man's wife, when he got arrested and she was left with all the money, she made them into millionaires.
Oh yeah,
she
she did.
Money.
Yep, she did. Left Flair.
I'm telling you, what are these men talking about?
Tyree said we're reaching. Robert says you have to have money for us to even dig for gold, right? And you know, this man who's talking, I'm not gonna say the man who's talking is broke, but I promise you, he don't got nothing. He don't got no 7-6 figures. He probably make regular money, but he thinks that because a woman wants a man who's providing for him and the family, that she's a gold digger. Essentially.
I like what Robin says. Robin says it's always broke men crying about money. Always the ones that don't know how to make money
or even save it.
Yeah,
you know?
or save money, cries about money
all the time. It's ridiculous. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button for me. Okay, we got a different type of conversation going tonight, but make sure you hit the like button. Men want to feel needed for real. They need to be needed. It's deep desire they have. Well, men used to want to be needed, but I do think some of this programming where they're hearing this messaging that women just want to gold dig and steal all their money is making them have a distorted perspective. Because I promise, I promise you, the men who are watching this type of content, like they're literally the types who, and Cody, you just distracted me. Why you always gonna come in here being ratchet? But I feel like the type of men who are watching this type of content, they don't have those desires.
They don't have nothing.
They
don't have nothing for them to even be having this type of conversation. Like men who are actually getting money, who actually have the money, they're out traveling and they're out dining in expensive restaurants, like staying in expensive hotels. You know what I'm saying? They're on the yacht, they're pampering their women, they're buying bathing suits, 2-piece bathing suits, BBLs. Like the ones that are on here complaining about money and what women want to do with their money. Like a man should be happy that a woman wants to do something with his money.
Exactly.
Like that's what I grew up on.
But they have a different perspective on it these days. Like nowadays, they think if a woman wants you to have a home for her and her children, to let her not work while the kids are young,
survival necessity, like that's basic need.
To them, that's luxury.
Back in the days, like with our grandparents, you come to marry her, you gotta get her a house.
Right. You gotta get her a house. When she's pregnant, stay at home, all that.
Now that women are pregnant, they go to work pregnant.
Right.
You know, instead of the men putting the down payment on the house, the women come up with it. Like,
you know, hey, Gord, this is my friend Sin. She's trying this out with me. You know, we're having a nice little talk. We're getting close to wrapping it up, but we're having a nice little talk tonight. Robin said most men want you to pay 50-50 and still be able to control you. Exactly.
I fell into a really bad situation. The 50-50, I just couldn't understand for the life of me what 50-50 meant. And for some odd, strange reason, it just wasn't clicking.
It didn't compute.
It just did not. Like,
it didn't compute.
What?
It just kept misfire.
Like 50-50 on everything. I mean, I'll take on some of the bills, like take on some of the bills. You take on what you need to take on because you're the man at the end of the day. Allow me to enjoy being a woman.
Exactly.
Allow me to enjoy being in my soft spot.
They don't even understand that. Draco said, convince me why a six-figure man would risk his money through legal obligation to a woman. Well, back in the day, it used to be part of the circle of life, right? Back in the day, men used to like women because they knew men and women need to come together for the human race to continue. But obviously, you guys don't care about that. You just want to keep your money till you die, and then it goes to somebody else. Somebody who, it doesn't even matter. They don't even care about building legacy these days. Right?
Well, yeah, it's so funny that even men don't desire to invest into their women financially.
Yeah.
Like maybe if you take that money that you so-called think she's gold digging for and invest into her education so she can make her own money. Invest into a business that she can open up every day and make her own money. That way she doesn't have to completely gold dig. Like there's ways to work around being a gold digger.
Right.
Alleged gold digger.
Alleged. But it's just they don't even believe in any of that. Robin said, keep your money and die alone. That's exactly what's happening. Honestly, a lot of them, they get to old age and they start begging. And they turn into tricks because now they're getting towards that age where they need somebody to help them climb in the bag.
Get that tea for you.
Yeah.
And Ben Gay rub, putting that heating pad in the microwave and placing it on your bag.
Right. They need them a little CNA. And so because of that, they will try to get into these marriages and relationships and rush while they're old. But it's like, no one wants that. You should have found a woman while you were young and you had something to offer. Now all you have to offer is burden. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting. Robert Gore said, Robert M., you are being conservative. Most of these men have a woman paying 60% of the bills and still
you're not lying. You're not
they
lying,
definitely do. They have these women out here working, going to school, raising kids, cleaning the house, cooking all by themselves.
Washing, dropping clothes out to the dry cleaner, folding. Yeah.
Imagine that. Could not be me. Listen. Okay. Robert said they die alone anyway, they get half and leave. No, not every marriage ends in divorce, though. That's the thing is that's what's happening nowadays. So they think that's just how it's been. But some of us have parents that were married for good chunks of time. So I don't know. All right, let's continue. We're gonna see what else he's gonna reach. Also, I'm gonna ask you, do you think this man is wealthy or desirable?
He's not. It's usually the ones that don't have nothing going on.
You want to spend money, just don't get it to the point where you, and that was my mistake, and that's what a lot of people do. They get married, they start a company with a woman, they buy an apartment with a woman, and then they're stuck.
And they usually regret it.
Hey, what you asked for? I got you Little Caesars last time. Now I got you Domino's. What you crying about now?
I wanted extra pepperoni and extra cheese.
When people get something for free, they never complain.
You always complaining about the little stuff, man. I paid $6.99.
You asked me what I wanted to eat. I told you Domino's, extra pepperoni, extra cheese. I'm not eating it. I'm not eating the pizza.
Oh, you gonna eat?
I'm not eating the pizza.
You gonna eat this pizza? You say you wanted pepperoni? There go your pepperoni, huh? Extra cheese. There go a piece. There go a piece. You don't appreciate nothing that I do.
He looks like he reached his limit, meaning this did happen many times before.
Don't go your extra cheese and your extra pepperoni.
That's how much you gotta pay.
No, that's how much you gotta pay.
This lady thought he was going to pay more, but the judge said otherwise.
You did come here to waste my time. You make $180,000 a year, and you have not been doing what you need to be doing for these children. You don't pay for cheerleading. You pay for Happy Meals. And I can't even say you pay for the park because the park is free.
Your Honor, I just want to say, and he's talking about my kids being teased at school and all of that. No, he's the one being teased. He's the one that is brainwashing them to believe this stuff and want to turn my kids against me.
So this woman gets paid $180,000 a year, and she wants her ex to pay for everything.
Because I don't want to be.
Now, see, that's crazy because when it came to what the other guy was giving, they asked, how much are you making or whatever. Now, at this point, they want the woman's money to pay for most everything. because she makes a lot of money. But before, it wasn't about that. When that mammy, sorry guys, I didn't want to call her mammy, but she was, right? When the mammy was over there talking about, oh, you just want him to pay everything. Okay, she shouldn't have to pay everything because she makes $158,000 a year. Her money is her money. And they're not together anymore. So he still has to support his child. So honestly, what kind of dad is not paying for
Exactly. It
cheerleading?
doesn't matter how much money I make. If you're the father, you're going to help.
Right.
Like, it doesn't matter what the situation is.
Like, imagine not helping your child do her extracurricular because her mom makes more money than you. Like, that's pure clown behavior. And then the kids don't like them. What would they be saying? Oh, the mom is turning her against me. Okay. It's not how you acted. It's not the fact that you resented your daughter. The court for her cheerleading. You know, this is what really happens in a lot of these families with these men is they will resent their children because the mother sought financial help with raising the kid. You know, sometimes they'll look at the woman and say she got money.
That's your child.
Right. It's literally ridiculous, but let's continue.
With him any longer. That's the ultimate. That's why we're here. Because before this, Mr. Williams didn't have any problems with me financially, taking care of my kids, providing.
Your Honor, this
Baby,
is
I'ma
exactly
support
why I
you, and you
stand.
go do what you need to go do. You know what? See, you always bringing up old stuff. You know, you always. At the end of the day, I make very good money. And now he wants to complain now, and I just don't know what to tell him. You know, but our kids is not an issue. They love me. Please tell her that how much the
Your
kids
Honor, I don't
love
have to
me. They talk
brainwash
about
The kids know, even if they're things matter.
me.
I don't have to
in a good
brainwash them.
way.
They already know.
No. They
'Cause
talk about
getting
me
it
in
in
a good
school.
way. They love their mother dearly because I'm there for them. What memories are you making with them? Do they tell you how they act?
Okay, guys, I noticed that too. You said it's glitching?
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder why it's doing that. Now, if I don't know if you guys noticed, I think that might be the same Mammy Judge. Are you gonna say something?
All these skits are only about Black people.
Maybe
Ain't going on. We had like two where, you know, but everything else where it came to child support, taking care of the child and the woman just being, oh my God.
You know what? You make a good point. This probably is a channel run by a Black man. We didn't even know it. And we didn't even know it. We didn't even know it. It's true of all of the child support cases, but
Black people.
Right. You clearly don't watch the news or read updated status. People are lonely more than ever. Well, it's actually true. More men today are reporting to not even have friends compared to back in the day. So, I mean, this is like studies on relationships and friendships, and more boys and men are reporting being lonely. So
Because
that's a
there's
fact.
so many boys stuck in grown men bodies.
Yeah, and those boys stuck in grown men bodies, they're teaching the younger men worse as they get, you know, as the generations move forward. All right, that's all I got for now. I think we kind of landed it a little bit in this conversation. Now we're gonna do a deeper dive into this conversation. How did you enjoy that? How'd you feel about that?
Oh, I love.
Okay, perfect. I like the vibe too. So we're probably gonna come back and be doing these a little bit more. Obviously, I'm not gonna have. It's not always gonna be such a like clickbait video. Like I feel like this video, he was just making stuff up. Like he took little clips of situations and tried to.
Yeah, like he didn't have enough time to put a real program together.
Yeah.
He had to get stuck on the child support.
Exactly. Or he just wanted to make whatever point it is that he wanted to make, you know, and he didn't really care about the truth or what was realistic. So we'll be back, guys. We're gonna have some more conversations. This series is gonna be called Battle of the Sexes because I truly think that men and women are at war with each other, right? Instead of them being at war with all the things that are going on in the world, they're fighting each other over basic things like wigs and makeup. And you heard one guy complaining about eyelashes. You know what I mean? It's a weird thing. So make sure you guys tune into the show. We're gonna have more coming in the following, weeks and days. All right. Make sure you guys tune in. Any last words, Miss?
It was so nice being here with you guys today. I totally enjoyed the show, and until next time.
Yes, we will see you guys on the next one. Babyface says, truth is nobody needs love. It's an option. Well, maybe we don't need love, but we do need to reproduce, and that's going to require some level of
love.
You know what I'm saying? So yes, meeting you. Yes,
meeting you.
Miss Sin will be a household name over here soon. Okay, so yes, have a good night, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.